Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
The past 2 years have been filled with a lot of doubt and uncertainty, putting many dreams on hold, including our college athletes. Today, we erase all of those and welcome a season bannered by hope and perseverance. Today, we can finally say that we're back. Mga kapuso, we welcome you inside the St. Benil Gym right here in LaSalle Green Hills at the center of Metro Manila in Mandaluyong City. This is the opening day of NCAA Season 97, Stronger Together, Buo ang Puso. And if you guys were not able to catch our action-packed opening game, it was between the host school, CSP Blazers, and the defending champions, Letran Knights. Letran prevailed in a comeback fashion, 67-63, behind the stellar effort of the debuting Renz Abando. And that brings us to our game at hand, our second game that will complete our opening day doubleheader. The Red Lions of San Beda University looking for some redemption, facing their recent rivals here in the NCAA, a team that they faced in the finals in 2 of the last 3 seasons, the Lyceum of the Philippines, the University Pirates. That is the game at hand here, and we thank you for catching the action right now live on GTV, online as well on gmanetwork.com, and of course on YouTube and worldwide. Nandyan po tayo sa GMA Pinoy TV. Ako po si Martin Javier at your service for our second game today. Very excited that the NCAA is back, and helping me break this game down is Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Coach, Welcome back to the panel. It's great to be back. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Definitely, the energy is there, and of course, the excitement is always there. College basketball is back. Hopes and dreams, they are back in play ngayon. Both teams looking for some redemption from last year's performance.
Well said, well said. And speaking of hope and dreams, eto, yung dalawa nating fresh faces na makakasama natin at kukumpleto ng ating broadcast team. Today, we got two fresh courtside reporters right here. Unahin muna natin ang events host ng Tarlac na magre-report para sa San Beda University, Mr. Lance Santiago. There you go. Good luck, Lance. And on the other side, ito naman ang Fit and Fab reporter mula namang sa Makati, reporting for LPU, Miss Sofia Rodelas. There you go. Good luck po kay Lance and Sofia. We cannot wait to hear your reports later. But Coach Hammer, this is NCAA Season 97. It's been over 2 years since we last did a game. Kanina, yun yung unang-una natin. Ito yung pangalawa. Maraming naghihintay dito. This is gonna be historic and for sure exciting for all of our NCAA and sports fans.
Sports fans, NCAA fans, and even the guys sa mga nakatambay sa mga tricycle stations. Ang daming nag-aantay na maglaro ulit ang basketball dito sa atin, especially college basketball. And two storied franchises, two teams that, as I said, they both have something to prove in this season.
And speaking of this season, Coach Hammer, this is going to be historic but a slightly different season because we have a different tournament format that we are following this year.
Teams and the fans had been used to the Final Four setup. But, syempre, dahil medyo papagandahin natin, single round robin lang. It would be a very quick tournament for all the teams. It would be a single round. Every team has 9 games. The number 1 and number 2 seed after the eliminations would qualify outright to the Final Four. Number 3 and number 4 will be playing a knockout game. The winner of that ball game would be getting the number 3 seed. The loser will face the winner of the number 5 and number 6 knockout game din yan, and they would have a play-in for that number 4 seed. Makikita natin who wants it more among these teams. At syempre gusto mo, makauna ka na agad.
Correct. Lahat nga ng mga laban natin dito sa NCAA Season 97 will be crucial. Again, our teams cannot afford to have a slow start kasi kailangan mamuhunan na sila ng maaga to be part of our play-in tournament at the very least. Alright, we'll be talking about both of these teams in detail, pero mamaya-maya po yan, magbabalik po ang inyong NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/Pinsan, Justin Guteng. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Boni lang yung tawag sa akin, Boni. Bukod sa basketball,
Here inside the St. Benil Gym in the South Green Hills in Mandaluyong City. Again, our second offering today, your opening day of NCAA Season 97, Stronger Together. Buo ang puso. Live na live po tayo ngayon sa GTV. You guys have Martin Javier working alongside Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, and we are waiting to meet the starters for both sides here. You got the San Beda Red Lions again. Runner-up finishers in the NCAA Season 95. LPU Pirates, on the other hand, It was a heartbreaking finish for them in that particular season, mainly because they placed second, but they were beaten by number 3 Letran in the step ladder.
Perennial maids
Right.
of honor, never the bride. Yan ang kwento ng Lyceum of the Philippines University.
That's right. 2 of the last 3 seasons, nakapasok sila sa finals, led of course by the baby beast, CJ Perez. Nung huli nilang season, they were led by the Marcelino twins. But again, they're not here anymore. And that's part of the subtractions netong LPU Pirates team na to. And we continue to meet our players here. That's James Quecote on your screens right now. The Filipino-Canadian looking to have a breakout season. Was a mythical 5-member in season 95. Looking to compound on that, Coach Hammer. And will probably have his best year.
Probably.
Ah.
Of course, they lost Evan Nelly,
Yeah.
the backcourt partner of James Quecote.
We used to call them the Bandana Brothers. Right. And Evanelli, of course, very crucial subtraction for San Beda. But again, there are a lot of players on this team that are very confident in taking the court. As we take a look at our starting 5 for both sides here, San Beda and LPU, Coach Hammer, ano masasabi mo?
Interesting. John Barba not starting. I was very high
Right.
on this kid. Season 95 Juniors MVP. But, of course, Coach Gilbert Malabana knows a thing or two about the NCAA.
Right.
The guy played really well. Advanced to the finals with the perpetual help system, Delta Altas, when he was still playing.
Right.
So he knows something, a thing or two about this team.
And speaking of impressive rookies, Ryan Amsali, who is also a highly touted player coming out of high school for San Beda. As we take a look at that basket coming from Enoch Valdez, opening the scoring. Kung kanina po sa CSB at Letran, medyo nangangapa yung pareho nating team. Eto pumuntos agad si Enoch Valdez.
Basic read right there, attacking that zone defense 2-3, going backdoor itong si Enoch Valdez and Renzo Navarro.
Yeah.
Being the veteran. Ilang taon na ba si Renzo Navarro? San Sebastian. Bago dito sa LPU. Jervin Ginn vastly improved this game throughout the offseason.
You love to see that improvement coming from Jerwin Ginto, showing us a little bit of the footwork that he's been working on in the offseason. Of course, he's going to be manning that center spot for LPU. Look at the defense here by the Pirates.
2 quick turnovers by San Beda.
And Enoch Valdez, though, could not finish on the other end. It is Contapay passing it. The Red Lions here on the attack. Again, San Beda looking to something down here. Penuela escaping. Ipinasa pa sa labas. Quecote knocks down the triple.
Something that is underrated with James Quecote, shooting more above 35% from 3 and good recognition by Ralph Penuela. I thought he would be shooting underneath the basket. Libreng-libre na yun.
Correct. Nanghinayang tayo dito.
Oo, napapalakpak ako eh.
Napapalakpak. Pero good decision eventually para kay Penuela, as we see that Pacquiao driving and scoring off the glass. A confident drive coming from Baguio.
And speaking of guys that need to step up, JB Bayo, the guy that needs to hold on to that 4 spot because there's no Calvin Oftana,
Right.
there is no Clint Dolinguez, wala ka nang bubunutin dyan.
Correct. It's his.
It's
Kumbaga.
his. Yan yung inaantay ng mga player, yung wala kang kaagaw ng minuto.
Well, we know Brel Baguio, he is a very efficient player. Kahit na role player lang siya nun, he does his role very well.
Exactly, and can shoot from the outside.
Correct.
It's season 95.
That's right. Can stretch the floor. Quecote catch and shoot again. This time from the right elbow, no good. Battle for the board. It will be a push against the LPU Pirates. Si Yancy Remulla ang matatawagan dito. May tulak ng onte kay Dami Contapay.
And very impressed with the way Dami Contapay looks, as we see this assist by Ralph Penuela to James Quecote from distance. But Contapay, kondisyon na kondisyon. Dahil yan yung napansin natin his first 2 years in the NCAA, medyo
May
malaki.
Ah.
Eh ngayon, kondisyon, kita mo, yung striations ng muscles eh.
Looking trimmed. Etong si
Extremely
and fit.
cut.
Extremely.
Parang ikaw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Penuela, though. Not shining on that three-pointer that time.
I told you. I told you, this guy. And I'm happy to see Ralph Penuela matindi rin yung pinagdaanan nitong mama na to. Been injured the past 2 years. And whenever I see guys who become healthy and perform, I just give them a tap on the shoulder and a salute for all the things that they needed to do to get there.
And this is the three-pointer earlier off the screen. Ralph Penuela able to drain it. Here he is again. Sidesteps off the glass. It is. And it is a 2+1 special coming right up for Ralph Penuela.
And alam mo, Martin, if you look at the stats, as we see this, ball fake, slight euro, ginamitan pa ng konting palit bumbilya sa baba. Sa baba yung pectus eh.
Sa baba yung palit bumbilya.
Kumbaga, alam mo yung mga larong Bisaya, gano'n yan eh. Yung mga highlight, yung euro step, tas sa kontra-tempo yung pectus.
By the way, Coach Hammer, kung maalala natin sa game on, this is your pick.
Yeah, that's my pick.
MVP pick. Okay. And so far, hindi kanya pinapahiya.
And alam mo, Martin, kasi yung system ng San Beda is guard-friendly.
Right.
This is guard-friendly. They play 4 out, 1 in, and they give the decision makers the ball na sila ang magpatakbo ng opensa.
Yun. And so far, that has canceled and overtaken LPU. Pero ang ganda ng play doon. It was Enoch Valdez and Yancy Remulla connecting.
Again, the dribble drive system, nando doon. Valdez with the pass and tapring pa.
Tapring pa. Kala ko, idadakdak na ng todo yun ni Enoch Valdez. But Valdez on open court, Coach Hammer, unstoppable so far.
Vastly improved ball handling.
Right. This is something we want to see from Enoch Valdez because when he was first fielded in, as we take a look at another steal for LPU, the pressure is on. Valdez will be fouled and he will head to the line for a couple of shots. That is a hard foul given by the Red Lions on Valdez.
Good hard foul.
Yeah.
Going for the basketball. I mean, with the rules being called the way it is, especially in college basketball, if you ask me, it's just a good hard foul, stripe for the ball, hindi na pinatira.
Ito na. Dahil maganda rin ang simula dito ng LPU Pirates, tignan natin kung anong kwento ni Sofia Rodelas mula sa kanyang side. Go ahead, Sofia.
Coach Hammer, inspiring people and inspiring others. Yan pa rin daw ang mantra ng LPU Pirates coming to the season 97. Pero kampante pa rin daw si Coach Gilbert dahil because he had the likes of veteran and rookie players for today's game. Pero nung matanong ko siya on what will be new for the LPU Pirates this season, sabi niya it will be the same system and same tactics. Pero nadagdagan niya lang ng kaunting depensa at opensa. You and I, Martin and Coach Hammer, at the end of this game or on this game, mapapasigaw tayo ng Viva Pirata.
Yun na nga. Feeling ko napapasigaw ka na dyan, Sofia.
Napapatayo siya eh.
Oo, sa bilis ng laruan ng LPU dito, really pushing the pace. And that's what you want to hear from Coach Gilbert Malabanan. Despite the change in personnel dun sa helm, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang programa na simulan siyempre ni Coach Topex Robinson. Observe care. And again, that backward pressure, that choke defense, may remnants pa.
It's a system that they build on.
Right.
And you mentioned them, guys who are watching Coach Topex Robinson, Coach Jeff Perlas.
Yeah.
Coaches, nababasa ko kayo, ha?
The guy.
Nandiyan, head of basketball operations.
Yeah.
Of course, my coach in the amateurs, Coach Topex Robinson, Coach Jeff Perlas, of course, watching the games. And tunay kang Bidista family. Yung group, nandiyan dyan sa Scout Bodega around Quezon City. Tito Rayo Policarpio and all the Bedans watching.
There you go. Opening day.
Yes.
Siyempre,
Very high. At saka ngayon lang nga dehado San Beda for the past few years. Hindi sila yung preseason #1.
That's right. That's right. Again, San Beda, this is going to be a bit of a challenging year. But we know the system always works. So hindi tayo nagda-doubt yan. And speaking of the Red Lions, ito na. Papakinggan naman natin ang kwento ni Lance Santiago. Go ahead, Lance.
Salamat, Martin. We are finally back on the hard court at ramdam na ramdam natin ang tensyon at excitement dito sa Lasal Green Hills. Kanina nga tinanong natin ang team captain ng San Beda Red Lions sa si Ralph Penuela kung ano ang pinagkaabalahan nila sa 2 taon na walang laro sa NCAA. At sinabi niya, they tried different things aside from basketball, kasamang reading, writing, cooking, at playing instruments. Nevertheless, hindi pa rin nawawala ang kanilang kumpiyansa to get back what is theirs, which is to win the championship title. The question here is not longer why, kung hindi, how are they going to sustain their fangs until the very end? Back to you, Martin.
Maraming salamat, Lance. And that was a challenge for all of the players when the pandemic hit, kung paano magre-resume ang career, paano ka maglalaro ng basketball, ano pa yung mga pwede mong pagkabalahan. But it's great to see. In the meantime, let's take a look at this. Again, soft slam coming from Enoch Valdez. Another breakaway for him. But it's great to hear that the fire hindi yan nawawala. Lalong-lalo na dito sa San Beda. Again, they're still very hungry. They're out for redemption in season 97. Able to knock down that short jumper from that baseline area. It is a 13-10 lead for the San Beda Red Lions, and we'll be back in a bit.
It's always nice to see fresh faces starting out in the industry and accompanying them on their journey as they grow to be broadcast professionals. Let's get to know our two guests whose dreams have just come true as they are chosen to be part of the 13 NCAA Courtside Reporters for season 97. On Chatbox, here are Avia Zunic and Eden Hernandez. Woo! Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
Good.
First off, we want to congratulate you for getting selected out of hundreds to audition for Courtside Reporters.
Thank you.
Feelings first, because you've been through a lot since that that confirmation, that announcement up to here. Dami ng dumaan. Feelings about being Courtside Reporter for the NCAA. So let's start with Avia.
For me, this is also overwhelming. Talagang nakakapanibago, going to the studio, shooting, our workshop and all that. So we still need to get used to it.
Kinakabahan ba kayo? Hindi naman.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Kinda, yeah. To be completely
As we take a look at the lineup of the Red Lions, still at the helm is Coach Boyd Fernandez. Mabibigat yung subtraction dito, including an MVP and several mythical 5 members. Pero maganda rin yung mga idinagdag nila ng mga bata galing sa kanilang high school program.
Alam mo, sino pinaka-importante dyan? Si JV Gallego. Happy birthday, JV. Birthday ngayon ni JV Gallego.
That's right, JV Gallego again celebrating his birthday today, pero hindi pa siya pumapasok dito. As Enzo Navarro drills the free-pointer and ties the ball game.
And Navarro also had a lot of experience playing in the professional leagues, getting that special license from the Games and Amusements Board.
That's right. It's been quite a journey for Enzo Navarro. But he's found a home here in LPU as we take a look at that three-pointer coming from Peter Alfaro. Binawi yung interest ni Navarro kanina. Guadagna though, open too strong. And it is San Beda, 2-on-2 break. Kwekute. He's got the trailer Bahio, but that's going to be a foul against LPU.
And if you're wearing that number 8 jersey from San Beda, you should be shooting like JR Texon. Lights out ka dapat dyan, di ba? Texon, Bolic. Mga number na yan. Lights out.
Lalo na pag ganun kakalibre. Matik dapat.
And of course, Guadagna also a shooter in high school.
And
a 5 member last year.
Oh, sila yung 1-2
Season
punch.
95. Last year ako na last year. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. This is the three-pointer earlier by Enzo Navarro. Former Stag, now with the Pirates. Pinawi agad-agad ni Peter Alfaro.
We were high on Alfaro in season 95. But even Coach Jude Roque was telling us he could shoot from the outside.
Correct. Pero syempre, hindi pa husto yung playing time niya doon because, they still had a loaded lineup. Loaded talaga.
Gagawin mo.
Navarro. In and out on the triple. Kwekute snatching the rebound. Here comes James. Against Macguadagna here. Great matchup. Abuda. Pinuntahan si Kuntapay. Turnovers natin. You wanted to stress this out, Coach Hammer.
Kasi kanina 5-0 steals and turnover points. Out of those 5 steals, 5 turnovers, 6 points. It translated. And Enoch Valdez had 2 steals, if I'm not mistaken. Dalawang sundot na malinis na na-convert into fast break points and turnover points.
At doon nabubuhay so far yung opensa nitong LPU Pirates. It's really putting on the pressure against the Red Lions. But despite that, despite the fast action forced by LPU, it's still San Beda leading it by 3.
It's something different half-court press ang ginagawa ngayon ng LPU. We got used to the Marcelino twins pressing full court non-stop. 10 tao yung niro-rotate. Minsan hanggang pang 14 na bibigyan ng pagkakataon.
Ryan Amsali forcing his way in. Kakapasok lang. Fresh legs off the bench. Amsali, his first action here in the collegiate ranks. Tapay with a flex inside.
Dahil yung mga pito na makukuha ni Ryan Amsali in high school, ay ba na, big boy na rito. Pero ang laki din ng iginin ng muscle mass nito ni Ryan Amsali. Kaya ito yung malalaro niya 3 and 4 combo forward, and very good passer si Ryan.
Yeah. He also has a mid-range shot. May outside shooting din. So we'll see how his game will translate here in the seniors. Got a couple of substitutions. Tony Inot, pinasok na pala ni Coach Boyet dito. Defensive specialist nung high school.
Somebody I'm very excited about. Very explosive.
I was talking to assistant coach Mike Sunga earlier. Russell Westbrook daw nila yan.
Grabe yan, pare.
Kwekutey. It is Amsali finding Kwekutey in transition.
And I want to see that matchup. Barba saka Inot. Parang nung huli silang nakita, finals in the juniors division.
That's right. Of course, Red Cubs prevailing in that finals. Tignan natin dito. Ryan Amsali nagbababa ng bola on the break. And it is James Kwekutey with the finish.
Kita mo yung mga players natin. Condition talaga eh.
Maganda ang conditioning.
You gotta tip your hat din sa kanilang mga strength coaches and PT ng kanilang teams. Look at them, they really look in shape, game shape.
Correct. And we see it because of the intensity that they're showing on the court on both ends.
Saka importante dito, Martin, hindi lang importante, ang mahalaga, dahil maiksi yung season, kumbaga, pagpasok mo ng laro, papik ka agad. Kasi kailangan makapagpundar ka na dahil it's a very short tournament.
Kumbaga, ang forma mo dapat mid-season form ka na.
Exactly.
Kasi you consider this as the second round already.
Exactly.
Meantime, birthday boy, pinasok kanina, JV Gallego. 2:58 remaining here in the first quarter. We got a timeout coming from Coach Boyet Fernandez. Magbabalik po kami.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Balik sa ating laban, it's still the first quarter of our second opening and opening day of the NCAA Season 97. Nakita na natin ang lineup kanina ng San Beda. This time, we're gonna check out the LPU Pirates. Again, brand new head coach, pero kasama pa rin yan sa linya ni Coach Topex, Coach Gilbert Malabanan. Yeah, he has some great pieces going into this season.
Lost a lot of energy with the Marcelino twins. Of course, Mike Harry Zuzu, their inside operator, really played well for them the past few seasons. But in college, players graduate. There would always be a transition. The important thing is the consistency of recruitment. As we see a young guy, Oninot, getting a three-pointer. But going back to LPU, the consistency of the program, the continuity of the things that they're doing, and we're seeing it. Despite new faces, they are performing, nakakalaro ng intensity na gusto ni Coach Gilbert Malabanan.
Right. Oo, pero kung matagal ka na sa LPU, you're accustomed to that. You know, you're the next man up.
Next man up, yan naman eh.
Yeah, and binigyan naman sila ng kumpiyansa nung season 95. Pa konti-konti.
And that's the thing with Coach Topex Robinson's system. He would give guys an opportunity to play, be it 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and from there you build on your confidence. The more minutes the better you perform, the more minutes you would get.
And this is Alex Vicer Big man off the bench for the Red Lions, knocking down the free throw. The lead, by the way, has ballooned to 11 points. San Beda, bumubulusok na dito sa ating first quarter. That's Vincent Cunanan, former junior Pirate, if I'm not mistaken, going coast to coast that time.
Rekta sa gitna, wakali. Baling-bali eh.
Cunanan, also a rookie. Parte ng LPU Pirates this season. Ooh! Alfaro natapikan ng bola, but the ball will stay on this side with 12 seconds on their clock.
Good help side there by Renzo Navarro as we see this penetration. No ball stop.
Right.
Inot nalagay sa hip ng bantay. Could have went for that swipe, but mas mabilis yung pagka-atake sa kanya and finishing with the left hand.
Abadesa also in the ball game for LPU as Alfaro. Too strong on the triple off the inbound. Battle for the board. Alfaro goes down. And here is LPU. Oh, off the glass. No good. And Red Lions rather on the attack now. Gallego going to Inot. Inot. Binigay sa kanto. Alfaro. They got 10 seconds to work with here. JV Gallego. Alfaro again, masikip yung depensa nitong LPU. Alfaro, Mintes. Rebound goes to no one. Goes out of bounds. It's last touch apparently by Cunanan.
And another reclamation project here. Si Carlo Abadesa.
Yun.
Really a great player in high school. Highly recruited. Was part of the national team program. The under-18 program. Very, very good. And rebounding, out-rebounded, plus 10 for San Beda, 13-3.
And this cancels out rather the turnover problems that they've been having earlier.
Pinitas yung rebound. Sa taas kinuha.
That was Larupay, by the way, snatching the board. Navarro ending the drought for LPU, looking to start off a run here as they cut the lead down to 6.
Second three-pointer out of 3 attempts. Enzo Navarro. Yan, sa kanya lang yung minuto.
Yung minuto. He could have a breakout year. And an offensive foul. Alex Visser ang tatawagan dito. Let's take a look at the kick out here. It is Cunanan setting up Navarro for that left elbow three-pointer.
And he always had that in his game. Even in high school, and then he played for 2 colleges before he ended up with LPU. A really good player, very smart when he was playing for the Staglets.
Right. At dun din, marami na siyang, naging parte na siya na pala ng maraming teams na rin. Junior NBA, nakapag-international. As we take a look at that move from Gallego, Mintes yung kanyang lay-in. Navarro nauuna. 2-on-2 break. Navarro, great defense in transition right there for JV Gallego. Or rather, that was Cometa snatching away the ball from Navarro. Nice find inside. And Amsali is gonna be fouled on his way up.
Aksidenteng naipasa pa yun sa ilalim. Natapat. Martin, sa larong kalye, broken play na, natapat pa sa ilalim. Pero dito mo makikita yung Amsali, pwede mong gamiting big man, pwede mong gamiting wing. Ito na yung trend ngayon eh.
Right.
Barba, nagka-4 nung high school. Diba? Kuwadaan niya. Pag nagsusmall ball, nagka-4 yan. Tapos yung Barba yung point of attack nila sa high school. Kasi hindi mo na nakikita ngayon yung mga 6'7", 6'8 na talagang nakaparking lang dyan sa ilalim.
Talagang versatility.
Paliit ng paliit ang mga player at padami ng padami ang nagagawa. The skill set is expanded.
That's right. Those are excellent examples, by the way. Rivals in the juniors basketball ng NCAA. It is 25-18, 18.9 seconds remaining sa ating first kanto. Red Lions still maintaining the lead. Visser, nagahanap ng kakampi. It is JV Gallego now. Handing the ball against Cunanan. Cometa. Too strong on the triple. Inot. Good hustle coming from Tony Inot. And that's what you get. That hustle coming from Tony Inot. Barba needs to heave. Wala yung tira niya, and that will end the first 10 minutes of play here inside St. Benil Gym in LaSalle, Green Hills, between the Red Lions and the Pirates. After the first coach hammer, it's San Beda with the lead 25-18.
pero di mo maramdaman na lumalayo. Yung San Beda, nandun lang yung LPU in striking distance, not backing down, and throwing their body around, getting physical with San Beda.
Great action from both teams here. As we take a look at the highlights, ito yung one of many breakaway lay-ins ni Enoch Valdez. Couple of steals in the first quarter. Obviously not enough to put them in the lead. Red Lions leading it by 7. Pagbalik po natin, second quarter of this game. Wag po kayong alis. Mag-abot po ang NCAA 97 on GTV.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/Pinsan, Justin Guteng. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag sa akin, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm Jeo Ambohot, 25 years old. 6'7", position, power forward. Nanggaling ako sa New Bataan, Davao de Oro. At doon ako natuto mag-basketball. Tinatawag nila akong Yoy. Di ko din alam ba't yung binabansag nila sa akin.
My name is Kenneth Villapando from Tondo, forward 6'2". Bago mag-start yung
yung kwento kanina, Coach Hammer, unang part ng ating first quarter, it was the turnovers of the Red Lions that were forced by LPU. But looking at the stats now, nagsimula ang Beda with 6 turnovers of the first quarter of the first few minutes. Ngayon, 8 yung ending nila. But LPU, nagsimula sila 3 lang. It climbed to 10 at the end of the first quarter. So yung depensa pala nitong San Beda Red Lions, kumagat. And that's why they are leading it by 7 right now.
And the key stat here, Martin, is the field goal shooting of LPU. Whenever they get to run, dun sila nakakakuha ng puntos. The bulk of their points came from fast break points and turnover points. So, at the end of the day, pag nabobroken play, dun sila nakakuha ng outside shots. With San Beda naman, a little too eager when it comes to their offense. A lot of outside shots, hindi pa kumakagat.
But San Beda, again, a full recovery here in the ball game. Meantime, they couldn't make that shot. Enzo Navarro get 2 triples already earlier. Masyadong malakas yun. Cometa ahead to Inot. Inot is on the move. Oh, flying, gliding, and finishing with the offhand.
As I told you, this guy is very athletic.
Nagparamdam na. Si John Ato Barba.
Malalakas yung rookies natin ngayon, mga freshmen natin. Malalakas talaga eh.
Talagang kumpiyansa maglaro kahit first season nila dito sa college basketball. And take a look at this fast break earlier by San Beda Cometa. Good outlet here to Tony Inot.
Yung Westbrook pala na yun.
Okay.
Yung Westbrook na yun, yung diin lang ng diin.
Yun, correct.
Na defensive style.
Xavier Diego, the birthday boy, with a birthday triple.
Dapat ang gagawin mo pag birthday mo. Tira ka lang ng hindi ka pagalitan ni Coach Boyet. But a good look.
Yeah.
JV Gallego also a highly touted recruit coming out of Chiang Kai-shek when he was in high school. Standout of the national team. With Coach, I think it's with Coach Nash and Coach Olsen Racela.
Right.
That batch.
This is a great acquisition, by the way, for the Red Lions. Ito na siya ulit. Gallego, kinatawan muna doon. 2+1 opportunity for JV Gallego. And he is feeling it right now, Coach Hammer. Nag-start ng 3-pointer earlier and then pushed it in the next play. A lot of players off the bench now for LPU. Sasamahan nila dito si Abadeza, Enoch Valdez, Yancy Remulla, and Mac Guadagna back on the court now for Coach Gilbert Malabanan. Gallego at the free throw line. finding some points here in the second frame. Valdez with a board, couldn't complete the 3-point plays. Gallego, Abadesa, he's got a small guy on him. Inararo ni Abadesa yon.
Yun lang.
Natawagan siya ng offensive foul.
Interesting call. And I see Coach Mike Cristobal, multi-titled coach in the NCAA, our commissioner, nodding his head because when Abadesa attacked the defender, nung sumalaksak si Abadesa, unang umumang yung triceps at yung siko. Okay lang yung body-body when you're attacking the defender and gumagalaw. But once you swing that elbow and put weight on it and that forearm, back of the arm, yari ka dyan. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Turnover for LPU that time. Cometa! No good. Everything but the shot for Cometa as Guadagna gets pressured here on the backcourt. That's going to be a foul on Cometa. A little bit too aggressive that time. Dahil nagmintis yung layup niya. Nanggigil kay Guadagna. 32-20. Back to a double-digit advantage for the Red Lions. Remulla on top, Valdez. And again, ito yung matetest sa LPU this season, their half-court offense. Guadagna driving, floating, no good. Rebound goes to the outside.
Ganda ng set na yun eh. Stagger screen, baseline stack, inatake lang agad sa top of the key. Kung nakita mo yun, Martin, coming off that baseline stack, libre sa corner si Guadagna. Nakauna siya dahil tumail yung bantay, sumabit sa unang screen. Ilang inantay. Yun yung laro niya eh. Kasi coming off screens, getting set up. Pinag-usapan natin, shot maker tong si Guadagna.
Correct. Big chunk of points niya. Ganun yung diskarte niya. Tony Inot in the meantime. Loose ball ends up with Gallego. 3 seconds on the clock, so Red Lions will have to set a quick play here. Yukin Andrada in the ball game, number 21 for San Beda.
Physical 5 member din.
From the Red Caps.
Juniors sa Red Caps.
Amsali, no good, and that's a shot clock violation on the Red Lions. So 32-20 pa rin yung ating talaan. Coach Boyd Fernandez on your screens. Gustong dagdagan yung kanyang championships dito sa NCAA. Obviously, again, a heartbreaking loss in the finals. A couple of, or at least in the last season that we had, season 95. Here's Kunanan. San Beda, pumepress na rin ng konti lang.
Banderang kapos sila ng season 95 eh. Alala, kanilan na eh.
That was a great season for Beda.
Masahe sa letran eh, ng finals.
Yeah, umangat nga yung physicality ng final series na yon. Valdez, rebound. And San Beda right now getting the board. And while they're setting up their offense, puntahan muna natin si Sofia Rodela. Sofia?
Thank you, Martin and Coach Hammer. Parang kanina ko pa naririnig na pinag-uusapan nyo ang birthday. And speaking of birthdays, para sa LPU naman, alam mo ba na marami ang nag-celebrate sa loob ng bubble? At kahit si Coach Gilbert, sa loob siya ng bubble nag-celebrate at pati na rin si Ato Barba. Pero ani ni Coach, isa ito sa mga experience na na-experience namin. It's a commitment. And so kailangan yung sakripisyo namin, masuklian ng worth it. Magiging birthday gift nga ba ang laro today for the LPU Pirates? At magiging regalo ito against San Beda.
Maraming salamat, Sofia, and that's, of course, part of the morale-boosting efforts ng mga coaches natin. Kasi syempre, yung mga players natin, it's not just, you know, the physical challenges that they're facing in the bubble, but also the emotional challenges, the mental challenges as well. So maganda yun, nag-celebrate sila ng birthday. It was a good moment for the entire team. But let's see kung mabibigyan nga ng birthday gift itong si Coach Gilbert at saka si Ato Barba, o ang mabibigyan ba ay si JV Gallego.
Sa amin nun, wala nang birthday. Wala namang bubble, pero wala nagpa-birthday. Alam mo kailan birthday? Pag nag-champion na. Wala.
So papalibasin, sabay-sabay.
Ensayo. Sabay-sabay na sa championship na kayo mag-celebrate. But again, that was the key word eh. Commitment.
Right.
You want to win, it would take not only the whole of yourself, but the whole of the man next to you. Ganun katindi yung commitment just to win a championship. So players need to understand that. Even the coaches know it.
That's right, Coach Hammer. Right, speaking of birthdays, batiin natin ang ating first Vice President as James Quacute knocks down that jumper. And head of Synergy and Regional TV, si Sir Oli Amoroso. Happy birthday, sir.
Dami niyang cake, Ito social media. 21 forever. 21 forever.
21 forever. There you go.
Happy birthday.
It is now a 14-point advantage for San Beda here as Kwekutey tracks the ball down. James against Matt, finding Penuela on the cut. Penuela, itinabas kay Tony Inot. Inot hit one earlier. This one is too strong. Valdez. Nagmamadali, Enoch Valdez now challenging the D. No good on the shot though. A lot of physicality there.
I love how the referees are calling this. I love how they are calling this.
They're really letting them play here. Meantime, James Kwekutey slow to get up here.
James is down.
Yeah. They will check on James as we go to a timeout here called by Coach Boyd Fernandez. Magbabalik po ang inyong NCAA Season 97.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Back to the action here inside the St. Benil Gym in the South City. Red Lions trying to pull away from the LPU Pirates in our second frame. Almost halfway done. They're leading it by 14 points right now. 34-20 is our count. And so far, 5 on the floor. Unang beses nating makikita dito si Clifford Hopia, Coach Hammer. 6'9" prospect. Itong si Clifford Hopia.
And he can move.
Right.
He can move, he can set screens, and can hustle.
We see the struggles of the Pirates on your screens from the field. Magpapatuloy ang barrage dito ng Red Lions. They're now 5 out of 10 from the field to start the second quarter. LPU naman, 1 out of 9. Main reason why they are trailing this big 16 points now is the lead by the White Shirts.
For the past few years, San Beda has been limiting opponents to under 37%. I think that's since season 92, 93. Hanggang doon lang yung binalikan ko na stats, but on those 3 consecutive seasons, below 37% from the field. And last playing year natin, which was 2019, they were limiting opponents to 36.2% field goal shooting. So, talagang i-expect mo na mababa ang field goals ng kalaban dahil nandoon lagi yung kamay ng San Beda.
Attack Beda yung depensa na yan.
Panahon yun eh.
Hindi na talaga mapigilan. Hustle for the rebound here, Remulla. Finally pulling it down against a taller Clifford Hopia. Nang itatawag dito kay Hopia. 36-20. Under 5 remaining in our second frame. Ngayon naman, puntahan natin ang team na nangunguna ngayon, Lance Santiago from San Beda side. Go ahead, Lance.
Salamat. Martin Pride is on the line for the San Beda Red Lions this season after they lost to the Letron Knights in 2019. Alam mo, sa kabila ng gigil ng pinapakita nila ngayon ay challenges sa pinagdaan nila sa loob ng bubble noong mga nakaraang buwan. Sinabi ni Winston Inot na isa sa mga challenges nila ay mapalayo sa kanilang mga pamilya. Sinabi niya na wala silang backup system, wala silang support system. Pero ang naging magandang dito, naging support system nila ang isa't isa para makatulong sa kanilang susunod na mga games. At syempre, balikan natin yung sinabi ko kanina sa Ralph was into writing. Ang question ko ngayon, will they be able to write their win this season for their first game? Balik sa'yo, Martin.
Well, so far, Lance, so good for the Red Lions. Pero magandang sinabi mo na yun na syempre nagkakaroon sila ng mga emotional challenges in the bubble. Being away from their families, they turn to each other for support. Tsaka doon na nag-strengthen.
Tsaka doon nabubuo yung team.
Yung chemistry. Oo, yung team. And camaraderie, of course.
Masama loob nyo doon kayo sa weights room. Masama loob mo, tumakbo kayo doon sa field sa Taytay. Yan, mag-sprints kayo. Tingnan natin kung masama pa yung loob nyo pagkatapos. But that's speaking as a conditioning coach. I worked with most of the guys who played in the NCAA. It's about finding that safe haven when you're training, when you're preparing. Kasi mahirap talaga. Mahirap. Pag malayo sa pamilya.
And it's different for individually. Iba-iba yan. In the meantime, pumasok na yung second quarter. Nakapukol na rin mula sa 3. Enzo Navarro now, 18 points
on his squad. Lahat nabigyan na ng pagkakataon maglaro.
And all, again, have contributed on both ends of the floor. Yung Vallejo, kakapasok lang yan kanina lang, nakapukol agad sa 3.
Sunada agad.
Correct, oo. Here is the spin, the find underneath. Masyadong matangkad yung Hopia. Remulla, sent back by Clifford.
That's the spot of Ken Mark Carino.
Right.
Cliff Hopia reporting for duty.
Tama, dahil ang expectation ng San Beda, they will still have Ken Mark here in season 97, but this is a phenomenal replacement.
You don't turn down a pro contract.
Of course.
You don't turn down a pro contract, especially if you think that it would give you an opportunity to improve yourself as a player. That's what coaches wanted, for you to have a better future. Ken Mark Carino moving on. Cliff Hopia, pagkakataon mo na yan.
Oo. Clifford Hopia, of course, also bounce around different teams, playing with their secondary unit. Remulla, gandang basa mula dito kay Kwekute, a shot clock violation. LPU Pirates could not manufacture a shot, Coach Hammer. And the struggles continue here in the second frame. Malayo dun sa kanilang simula kanina.
Alam mo, Martin, hindi mo matuturo yung kay patayuin mo lang si Cliff Hopia na doon, mahirap penetrate eh. Right. Playing against guys his size, it's very difficult. I speak from experience. Na pag nakataas na, ang haba eh, parang i-hurdle mo pa, para na makatira ka ng jump ball, gumagalaw din yan.
Kumbaga, nakataas pa lang na kami. Kahit nakatayo lang, naiilang ka ng tumira.
Hindi siya, mukha siyang payat when you look on your TV screens, dahil HD tayo.
Right.
Kitang-kita nyo na pag nakatayo si Cliff Hopia, mukha lang siyang payat. Pero pag nandito kayo sa venue, kapal din ng binti.
Right.
Hirap iusog niyan.
And so far, isa yun sa mga problema ngayon ng LPU Pirates. Aside from their struggles from the field, there's James Kwekute, average 14 points a game in season 95. Mythical 5 selection, itong si James. Kasama nung kanyang mga Red Lions teammate as well. And that's a miss from the free throw line though. 3:02 left in our first half.
Can I send a shout out?
Yeah.
To Carmina, of course. Babe, pagaling ka. Patella rupture.
Wow.
Player yung inaalagaan ko sa bahay eh. Player yung inaalagaan ko. And she's enjoying the game. And
of course.
Ganda
And you're commentating, of course, di ba?
Ikaw. The next. Ikaw yung the next.
But get well soon kay Carmina, Coach Hammer.
Actually, taga Plaza Hugo sa Manila. Watching the game dun sa big screen nila. Because Coach Danny Gonzalez was the first athletic director sa Lyceum. He was the first guy that built the NCAA program of LPU. The dad of Coach Louis Gonzalez.
LPU, of course. Yan, buong komunidad ng LPU nakatutok ngayon. In the meantime, pumunta muna tayo sa quick break. 18 na ang abante dito ng San Beda.
Hi, ako nga pala si JM Calma ng San Sebastian Golden Stags at nagmula ako sa Capas Tarlac. Ang position ko is forward tsaka center. Preparation ko siguro mas doble pa kumpara sa last season ko kasi ito na yung last ko eh. Bubuhos ko na lahat kung anong meron ako, nagpo-practice ako. Nandyan naman yung mga coaches para i-guide ako.
Dami kong tapay po from San Beda, playing center. I'm from Cagayan Valley, Tuguegarao City. Madaming adjustment yung pinapagawa sa amin ni Coach. Una, mahirap pero unti-unti naman nakukuha na namin siya. And yun, parang nag-gel na kami as a team kasi bago ulit yung mga teammates namin, maraming rookies. So kailangan talaga namin mag-gel as a team para makapag-perform kami na maayos this coming season.
Hi, I'm Ivan Santos, 24 years old, 6'6", center from the Mapua Cardinals. Tatry po namin yung best namin.
Meda kontra LPU. Napansin natin, meron tayong isang kapuso, celebrity na nandito ngayon. Nanunood. Sino kayang sinusuporta niya? Chris, sino sinusuportahan mo para sa gabing ito?
Yun nga po, nagpunta po ako dito para manood to support LPU, yan, Lyceum of the Philippines.
LPU, bakit? Galing ka pa sa isang NCAA school?
Actually, hindi pero yung school ko rin Lyceum, Pangasinan na.
Okay, meron ka bang specific player na sinusuportahan sa Lyceum?
Meron. Actually, long hair din si Jerwin Ginto lang.
Jerwin Ginto, okay. Ayan, gusto ko lang tanongin, meron ka bang gustong i-promote na shows mo sa GMA?
Ayan po, gusto ko promote po yung Magpakailanman, yan po, sa April 2 po yan, napakaganda po ng story yan. Bida po si Jackie Lublanco at si Barbie Fortesa po. Tsaka may upcoming show po din po ako, Bolera. Yan po, abangan nyo po yun.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Kirst. Pero for now, back to you, Martin.
Thank you so much, Lance. Yung Bolera, I think, nailipat niya yun.
Si Chris, jibanger din pala eh, pangkalatok eh. Yung mga jibanger natin yung mga kaibigan dyan eh. Natawa ka, pangkalatok tsaka Ilocano sa Pangasinan.
Tama. In support of Jerwin Ginto.
Oo, long hair eh. Fighter!
But back to the ball game here. Yan po yung magiging trend natin. We will have, Kapuso Stars visiting our court as well.
And
all
we
throughout
expect
the
them
season.
to be here.
That's true. Meantime,
Speaking of expectations, Martin, LPU, 9% from the field in the second quarter. 1 out of 11. Salamat sa mga stats guys natin dito, si Poy, Kuya Arnel, JR. Makakatok pa sa mesa para ibigay yung mga numero natin.
Crucial to para naiintindihan ng audience natin kung bakit.
Sa 11 nilang tinira, isa lang yung
isa lang pumasok.
Para mas maganda, hindi na natin pahirapan yung mat. Kumbaga sa larong kalye, maalat, hindi batya yung ring ng LPU. Yan, 1 out of 12.
And even on the break, they're struggling. Dahil ang bilis din makabalik sa depensa nitong San Beda, Villejo, forcing the foul right there against Jerwin Ginto.
Hindi makapagpigil. Kumbaga, hindi masundan ni Coach Gilbert yung pasok ng tao ngayon. It's understandable that you would need to find the needle in a haystack pagka ganito. Short season, wala kang preseason tournaments, very minimal tune-ups ang nakuha mo dahil bang college leagues na naglalaro, semi-pro leagues na yung naglalaro, professional leagues na pala. So madalang ka makakuha ng tune-up, kakapain mo talaga sino yung mga maglalaro ng maganda at babalasahin mo yung mga tao.
That's a great point, Coach Hammer, kasi nga, wala talagang nilaban ng ibang team. Sila lang sa bubble. Unlike before, that they would have several tune-up games leading up to the season. Tapos medyo maganda-ganda na. Marami na silang naiayos dun sa mga problema nila.
Yan. At saka mahirap magtawagan ng mga tune-up sa Intramuros. 3 lang yung nilalaro ng mga tambay doon. Mahirap pagka tinawag mong limahan yung mga taga-pier yung kalaban mo.
Tapos kailangan nasa bubble din. Larupay. Forcing the contact that time. It is going to be a foul against the Red Lions. Si Sanchez ang tatawagan dito. Justin Sanchez.
This
earlier.
Larupay. Naalala ko sa kanya, former LPU Pirate, Jay Magimpayan. Before he played in the NCAA, ganyan na ganyan maglaro. Sayang, hindi lang nakalaro sa NCAA yun Palaro na siya noon. I think it was season 92. Kay Coach Topex din. Tapos nagkaroon ng konting misunderstanding pag-handle nung kanyang papers.
Speaking of Larupay, Coach Hammer, narinig ka.
Fighter. High flyer, fighter.
Of the inbound, a high catch, making the mid-range J.
Mga tipo ni Coach Topex na player yan, yung mga athletic na maliliks Parang siya rin nung naglalaro siya sa San Sebastian.
And they're hoping that could be a start of something Para dito sa LPU Pirates, 1:04 remaining sa ating first half. Let's take a look at that play again. Off the inbound here. Pass courtesy of Kunanan.
Dual sport to. Pwede mag-open eh.
Pwede?
Pwede mag-open eh.
As no salo niya doon.
Approach niya 1-2 eh. Open okay? Opposite no, Anton? No, kasi Anton, may scouting din yun sa volleyball. Alam naman tayo eh. We cover volleyball.
That's right.
We cover basketball and other events. Nakikita natin yung mga crossover athletes eh. Kasi uso yan ng 90s eh, yung mga two-sport
mga
athletes.
tumatawid.
Eh.
Oo. Makikita mo, tataas tumalon.
Lalo na sa juniors, athletics at saka basketball, doon nila pinalalaro.
Parang kondisyon pagdating sa court.
Kapag marunong ka tumakbo, pabor na agad sa'yo, tapos marunong ka pa tumalon.
That's right. Sean Umali nakawala sa ilalim. That's the cleanest look so far na nakuha nitong LPU dito sa ating second quarter.
Facts. Ganda yung basa na yun.
Andrada going to Sanchez here. Former Red Cup Sanchez. Oh, nice move. But couldn't make the shot. John Barba tracking the ball down. And here comes LPU. Looking to ignite this offense. Umali against Hopia. Umali forcing his way in.
Meron palang ganun. Masahe agad. Quick hit on the post. Sean Umali. Nagpakialam. Aararuhin niya yung bantay sa ilalim. Creating space. Carving. Back-to-back baskets para kay Sean Umali.
Played for the Letran Squares, as you mentioned earlier.
Good art show.
Yeah, look at the pressure there shown by Sean. Andrada from the corner. Umali getting the board. And that's going to be the end of our first half. A late push for the Pirates to cut the lead down to 14 here. But San Beda still dominating this ball game, 41-27. Let's take a look at the highlights here. Some of the plays, notable plays here in the second frame. Kaunti lang sa LPU, but it started that way with Navarro's three-pointer. And then Tony Inot and the other guys of the Red Lions started to mount the attack. As we take a look at that drive from Barba. Just a kick out earlier. Another three-pointer for the Red Lions there. Ito yung basket kanina. Signs of life mula sa opensa ng LPU. It is Sean Umali taking it to the defense of Clifford Hopia. But still, it's the Red Lions with a 14-point lead. Pagbalik po natin. Halftime stats and analysis of this game. Once again, you guys are watching opening day of your NCAA Season 97. Stronger together. Buo ang puso.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino Podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
We've already revealed the first 11 new courtside reporters who now make up our NCAA Season 97 broadcast team. And to complete our selection of 13, let's welcome Christiana Di Maunahan and Anne Gabriel. Hi, girls! Welcome to the show. Congratulations pala, and welcome, of course, to the NCAA family. I know both of you have, like, careers outside of being a courtside reporter. You're a fourth-year law student. Congratulations. You're a well-known basketball player. So what pushed you guys to join the courtside reporting team? Let's start with Christiana.
Actually, being a courtside reporter has always been a hidden dream of mine. Parang hindi alam ng mga tao na medyo gusto ko siyang itry dati. And then, the pandemic came, nawalan kami ng training, nawalan kami ng liga, nawalan kami ng games. And I missed the feeling of being inside the court to the point na sobrang magiging fulfilled na ako, sobrang magiging masaya na ako. Maging part
volleyball action. Isa pang rason para maging excited ngayong NCAA Season 97. And speaking of excitement, excited na maging bahagi ng NCAA ang dalawa nating bagong courtside reporters na sina Christian Sebastian at Chloe Carrillo dito sa chatbox.
Chloe, hello. Christian. Hi, how are you?
Doing great, doing great.
Doing great. Okay, excited ba kayo being a courtside reporter? Kasi bigyan natin ng context mga courses nila, medtech, techcom.
Yeah.
Kailan mo nagsimula yung dream na, to be in front of the camera and be a courtside reporter? Sige, let's start with Chloe.
Yeah, well, for me, it started for season 95. There was an opening to become a courtside correspondent. So pretty much, you would do content for halftime. And then when I auditioned for that, I didn't realize that I was too young for the age requirement. And then after 2 years, I was 17 at the time that I auditioned.
Okay.
And then after that, I saw that there was an opening for courtside a reporter, and then I was like, it's time na, and I finally fit into the age requirement. So I was like, this is the time, and then now I'm here.
For Christian, anong course ni Christian?
Christian is in medtech. So how did you gain confidence to speak in front of people?
Back to our coverage here inside the St. Benil Gym in LaSalle Green Hills in Mandaluyong City at the half. San Beda Red Lions dominating the LPU Pirates 41-27. You guys are with Martin Javier alongside Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Coach, tale of two quarters tayo dito. Magandang simula lang ng LPU dun sa ating first quarter na yun. But San Beda again turning things around, tightening the screws, and then finally getting a hold of this game. Let's take a look at the defense of the Red Lions. 12 out of 31 shooting for LPU. I think that's the biggest thing that we'll highlight here.
3 out of 15 in the second quarter alone. That's 20% shooting from the field. They were in striking distance. Dikit lang po yung laban after one quarter, pero bahagyang umalagwa dito ang San Beda in the second quarter. Credit that to their defense. Talagang sinaraduhan, kinantaduhan lahat ng pwedeng daanan ng opensa ng LPU.
And it is a balanced attack for the Red Lions. If I'm not mistaken, 11 players already scoring for Coach Boyd Fernandez. I'll have to verify that, but leading the charge, of course, is their two guys. James Kwekute. On the other side naman, Renzo Navarro. 7 points at 2 tres para sa LPU. They need more offense. Talking about the Pirates, let's see if they can turn it around here in the second half, or will the redemption tour start off with a win for San Beda. 41-27. Welcome back to our ball game. Third quarter begins. 5 on the floor, balik sa starting unit. Itong si Coach Boyd Fernandez with Contapay, Kwekute, Abuda, Baguio, and Ralph Penuela. Sa LPU naman, Cunanan and Sean Umali starting alongside Barba and Larupay, kasama ang veteranong point guard nila na si Enzo Navarro.
A lot of interested viewers sa atin. Kuya Leo Avenido, nasa Zamboanga, with Kelvin Gregorio, mga veterano, mga kuya ko to. Kuya ko, ha? Kuya ko. Kuya Leo. And as we see JB Baguio getting a basket here, a lot of the alumni sa pangunguna ni Tito Rayo Policarpio, dahil hindi raw niya narinig kanina, lasing na daw sila. Wag muna, baka humabol pa yung Lyceum, ha? Dahil ang ganda ng inilalaro ng Lyceum to start off this quarter, maganda yung depensa nila.
Enzo Navarro nailing the three-pointer. Good to hear that we have a lot of alumni support in our opening day.
And even the players ng Lyceum, sila Shaq Alanes are tuned in.
Nabutan pa si Coach Topic siya, Tignan natin itong tres kanina ni Enzo Navarro off the Umali screen. Shooting it over 2 defenders that time. Pero ang naka-extend, si Dami Contapay. Tres yan, pangatlo para kay Enzo. 43-30 is the count. Sa panimula po ng ating third quarter, Bral Baguio against Larupay here. Larupay getting some extended minutes from Coach Gilbert. Wala yung jumper doon ni Dami Contapay. And here comes Navarro. LPU on the attack, trying to mount a comeback. Ooh, nice find. Umali goes for the reverse.
Ganda naman ang footwork nun. Sean Umali in stride. Almost a travel, small step, gathering it, putting some English on that reverse layup.
Footwork from Sean Umali there. Good ball movement here for the Red Lions. Penuela just couldn't make the three, but the rebound, the putback, but a foul first.
May kalapit na sa pwestuhan pa lang.
Gandang rebound doon para dito kay San Beda. Tignan natin itong hanap ni Enzo Navarro, the penetration, and then the feed underneath.
Ganda ng kamay nito ni Sean Umali. Kasi it's very difficult to finish, especially if you're moving sa ilalim. Malalim yun, ha?
And for a big guy as well, John Barba putting on the moves, pero naaabangan doon ni Ralph Penuela.
Binabalahibo pa yung MVP natin. Binabalahibo. Kumbaga, galing ka sa kids, umakyat ka sa junior, tsaka sa senior agad eh.
Again, a great catch off the inbound for Larupay. But couldn't get a good handle of the ball. Here comes Penuela. Penuela, papunta sa kanto. Kwekute, too strong on the triple. Guadagna with the board. And here comes LPU again.
We've been seeing a lot of teams running that on offense. Instead of the wing diving to the rim, pumupunta sa corner to get that free three.
That's right. At lagi nakapwesto para sa San Beda. Itong si James Kwekute. Penuela scoring from the free throw line. Stopping and popping.
Break jump. Ala Coach TY, tang jumper on the break. Pull up, Coach TY. I know you're enjoying the action kanina. Sayang lang yung first game natin.
Pinapos ang CSP Blazers 67-63 against the defending champions, Letran.
But nobody gave them a puncher's chance on that. And then they were leading the whole game till the final
Sa uli na nga lumamang itong Letran. Tami Kuntapay, meantime, scoring underneath. Navarro sidesteps against the threes of San Beda. Wala yung tira niya. Penuela kicking it out. Kwekute moving closer. Kwekute on the fade, stripped by Guadagna. And a whistle against Mac.
Wala. Brasong-braso lang naman. Hindi naman sadya. But it's instincts of players. When somebody attacks and they show that basketball, the intent is to strip off.
Yeah.
Kaya ang tinuturo ng tatay ni Franz sa amin nun, Coach Freddy Abuda, if you're going to strip for the ball, you do not use your palm, you chop and sweep. So instead of slapping, kasi obvious na foul, chop and sweep. Yes. So papasok sa forearm, hindi siya tinatawagan na foul.
Walang style dun.
Naniwala ako, ginagawa na import. Pero di ko ginawa sa iyo.
Hindi mo ginawa.
Pero ko sinubukan. Pagka sumundot ka, yari ka kay Coach.
Nasubukan mo yun one time. Okay. But James Kwekute at the free throw line here. 7 points in the first half, knocking down the second. And San Beda, matapos kumatok sa pintuan itong sa LPU, naka-recover ng mabilis ang Red Lions. Guadagna now, trying to facilitate the offense. Mapunta kay Navarro. They've got 9 seconds to work with. Kuntapay on the help. Someone is open. It is Guadagna on the catch and shoot. In and out on the triple. Good tap from Barba. Valdez is denied by Baggio. Valdez from the baseline. That's good.
One of the bright spots of this LPU offense is the activity and energy of Enoch Valdez, providing his 8th point of the ball game. Itong si Enoch, silang dalawa ni Renzo Navarro, ang talagang consistent producers sila dito sa ating ball game.
They need more of that. Talking about LPU, it's still a 15-point lead for the White Shirts. Baggio working against 2 defenders that time, pero si Quinto.
The sweep, Enzo Navarro was
Navarro,
called.
yeah.
Yung pag-slap yung help side niyan.
Yung sa tulong pala, tinawagan itong si Enzo. 49-34. Good time on the clock, 14. Catch and shoot for James. Overshooting it, but the rebound and putback is no good for Abuda. Guadagna is on the move. Mac Guadagna to the corner. Valdez for 3. Too strong. Guadagna with the board. Guadagna fakes, fires. San Beda in control. In the meantime, speaking of the Red Lions, puntahan natin ngayon si Lance Santiago. Lance.
Salamat, Coach. Pag-init ang panahon pero nagpapaulan ng puntos ang San Beda Red Lions. Sa sa score na 49-34. Essential sa bawat kupunan ang team chemistry at yan ang pinapatunayan ng mga bedista. Nang tanungin ko sila kung ano ang kanilang mantra for this season, sinabi ni Coach Jude, dalawang salita lang, team first. In order to achieve their fullest potential, they have to play for one another, and that is what they are showing now. Back to you, Martin.
Maraming salamat, Lance. Of course, that's team manager Jude Roque, always in attendance.
Consistent.
That's right.
Consistent. Always been part of the program throughout the dark ages to the championship years. He has been the consistent shining light of that squad.
That's right. Oo. Maraming salamat sa impormasyon na yon. Meantime, habang may timeout tayo, babalik po kami for more basketball action dito sa ating NCAA Season 97.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been...
Balik aksyon sa ating laban, 51-34. With over 5 minutes remaining, 5.5 minutes to be exact remaining here in our third quarter. 17 puntos ang inahabol dito ng LPU San Beda. Just showing their dominance so far, Coach Hammer. Again, very consistent on both ends of the court. Kahit na ang dami nang ipinasok ni Coach Boyet.
Alam mo, Martin, sa totoo lang, ang sama ng opensa ng San Beda. Kung hindi sila makakonvert sa kanilang mga half-court sets, but their defense is stellar. And Enoch Valdez breaking that with another jumper.
Yeah, that's a three-pointer for LPU. And the Pirates now may kwento dito sa side ng Pirates na i-report sa atin ni Sofia Rodel. Let's go ahead, Sofia.
Thank you, Martin. Malaking pressure pero wala naman daw pressure na hindi kayang i-handle. Yan ang sabi sa akin ni Ato Barba when I asked him what it feels like coming to this season from the LPU juniors. At loyalty talaga ang strongest suit ng LPU Pirates, and even with Coach Gilbert, he has been with the team since 2018. At iba naman talaga ang tightness and bond ng Pirata para for today's game. Pero ang tanong dito, Coach Hammer and Martin, lalabas nga ba ang loyalty at tightness ng game para makahabol sa San Beda? Ano sa tingin mo, Coach Hammer and Martin?
Yun ang pakakaabangan natin dito. These are very impressive individuals coming from the juniors. Ato Barba averaged 20 a game. Dun sa season 95 na yun, they went all the way to the finals, eventually lost to the Red Cubs. But again, they want to have this pressure because this is experience for them, especially if you have a lot of young guys on the team.
When you come from the juniors program,
right,
and you go up the seniors programs, the number one thing that you need to adjust is the practice and the physicality of the game. Sa Tagalog, yung kalampugan sa seniors, ibang-iba. Ang mga kalaro mo dito, nakita natin, 24 anyos, 25, ikaw, 18, kailangan magbuhat ka talaga ng buhat. Kasi yung term nga ng larong kalye, masahe. The physicality and the men that you will be playing against, hindi biro.
That's a great line there, or a great line there rather, the men that they'll be facing. Kasi these are really men that has, a lot of basketball experience already.
Rin sa bando, rookie eh.
Correct.
Rookie eh.
So talagang experience-wise, nandun na yung mga kalaban nila dito. Valdez. That's great hustle coming from Enoch Valdez. Count it plus the foul.
Ang tawag doon, binuhat yung bantay. Flexing underneath the basket. Look at it right here. Missing the first attempt, getting that second serving. Pinawir clean yung bantay.
Valdez's athleticism in full display in this ball game. As LPU tries to climb back in this one. Valdez making and completing the 3-point play. 53-39. Pirates also trying to add pressure on the defensive end. Penuela will reset. They go to Amsali. Amsali to Gallego. 10 seconds to shoot for the White Shirts. There is Penuela getting trapped. Pahio now driving. Pahio no good on the lay-in. And Pahio with a smart play on that sideline, or on that baseline rather.
Go strong na iniiwas pa eh. I mean, if you're going to the middle of that defense, you gotta finish strong. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked.
Umihit pa kanan
Kinuha pa. Binerhel Meneses pa eh. Aerial Voyager eh.
Here is Ryan Amsali. Ooh! A strong move from the rookie, Ryan Amsali.
Didiin mo na lang, idiin. Gawin mo na ng tama. Ryan Amsali, really strong guy.
That's right. Kumatawa na doon yung Ryan Amsali. Gallego with the board. Gallego on the move. Nakipagbanggaan kay Valdez. Inot from the corner. Short. Navarro now. 4 minutes remaining in the third. Enzo Navarro. Ooh, against the trees. Umali is open. Ginto will get a second opportunity for the Pirates, but he walked.
Yun lang. Great effort to get that offensive rebound. Could have swung it. Enzo Navarro was at the corner and then reseal player spot, but had other plans with that basketball. Turns it over back to the San Beda Red Lions.
And Ato Barba is back in the game. Alongside Umali, Cunanan, Valdez, and Ginto. Sa kabila naman, Yukien Andrada, Tony Inot, Cometa Amsali, and Gallego. 5 on the floor for Coach Boyet. 55-39.
Nakakatuwa itong dalawang teams na to. I mean, when you look at their personnel, kanina pa natin binabanggit si Ato Barba, itong si Mac Guadagna, and itong sila Amsali, Andrada. Pero nakikita natin the younger guys are here in the next transition of the roster.
That's right. Speaking of the younger guys, Vincent Cunanan with a strong drive.
Second time.
Second time.
Does it.
Malakas ang loob nito. Ooh, Sean Umali with the pressure. Umali all the way!
Tumingin pa, tapos bumitbit, tumingin. Kaso may pabaon na foul.
All right. We'll have to clarify the call here.
Tingnan natin ang nangyari So at this break, Martin, bibit on that shot. Incidental contact.
So they're gonna count the basket, but Umali, after the basket, fouling Ryan Amsali.
If you're looking at it from our angle, on the layup, offhand
Right,
Your
right.
momentum brings you forward. Your offhand right here. Look at this angle.
Let's check it out again.
Bit, sumabit lang sa bahagyang-bagya Yun lang, kitang-kita.
Okay.
Humatak. Hatak talaga.
Nung
But it was
pababa
an
na.
open palm.
Right. So successful ang basket ni Sean
Basket,
Umali.
but after the possession, there was a foul. And right now, since
Penalty.
LPU is in penalty, 2 free throws will be awarded to Ryan Amsali, if I'm not mistaken, na siya ang na-foul.
Yeah. Meantime, if you guys are wondering, kasi usually pag college games, meron tayong naririnig ng mga tambol, Coach Hammer. Okay, wala po tayo niyan dito sa ating setup in Season 97. Again, no cheering squads as of now. Okay, as per the IATF protocol. So that's something we are implementing this Season 97, at least up to this point.
Alat, unspo one. But again, we need to clarify, that wasn't a basketball move. Okay? That's why it's called an unsportsmanlike foul. It was a pull on a guy that is challenging your shot. On our angle, hindi kasi siya mukhang hatak. But, nabanggit nga ni Anton and Mikey kanina, di ka makakalusot sa GMA dahil HD camera around the court. Kitang-kitang angle. And it bodes well, especially for our officiating crew headed by Commissioner by Cristobal, they can review those plays dahil delikado yan.
Oh, yeah.
It can may cause injuries and a foul is elevated to a flagrant 1 or 2 if it's not a basketball move. And pulling, especially on the jersey, is an automatic flagrant 1.
Yeah. That's a clear explanation of what just happened here, courtesy of Coach Hammer Martin Antonio.
Dami kong nasabi.
Yan, oo. Pero dapat talaga.
Kailangan himayin mo eh. Kasi iba yung flagrant 2. Flagrant 2 is closed fist.
Yan.
Yung mga yan, disqualifying foul.
So that was 2 free throws, 1 made by Amsali, and then a possession for the Red Lions. Free throw shooting natin. And ito, malaki ang disparity dun pa lang sa attempts. 18 attempts for the Red Lions. They made 10 already. 5 lang para sa LPU. As Cometa adds to that here. Cometa is at the free throw line. Another player that provides hustle and speed on the court. So far, yan yung nakita natin sa kanya.
And LPU was one of the top 3 teams getting free throws in season 95. Tama, top 3 team yan. So, it's interesting. Hindi pumafoul ang San Beda, pero maganda ang kanilang depensa. Despite LPU really attacking that defense. Ina-attacking nila, hindi lang talaga sila makashoot. Pwera lang dito sa mamang to.
And Enoch Valdez. Another strong move coming for him, or from him rather. He now has 15 points in the ball game.
Yung 15 yun, trinabaho niya
talaga.
Correct. Nakadiin si Enoch Valdez attacking that defense and challenging the bigger guys ng San Beda.
Gandang recovery sa depensa para kay Abadesa. Valdez will finally get a whistle. Coach Hammer. He will head to the line for a couple of shots.
Familiar sa lapag si Enoch Valdez today.
He had a timeout on the court here. Mula dito sa San Beda Red Lions dahil kumakatok ulit itong LPU. 58-45 is the count.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/Pinsan, Justin Guteng. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag sa akin, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm Jeo Ambohot, 25 years old. 6'7", position, power forward.
Back to the ball game. LPU Pirates. Enoch Valdez at the free throw line, 58-45. This was the drive earlier by Vincent Cunanan. Coming from the right and then reversing it on the left side.
Wakali. Coach Chito Victolero, binigyan natin ng recognition kanina eh.
Right.
Wakali.
But Cunanan again, a fire starter for LPU in the third. Valdez will get a rest.
17 points, 11 this quarter.
Wow.
Kung ano man yung kinain o ininom ni Enoch Valdez during the halftime break, need a lot of those.
Yeah. Bumubuhay sa opensa ng LPU. Pinalitan siya dito ni Bravo, Caliego in the meantime. Sending that one out. This is a three-pointer for Cometa. Open and knocking it down.
If I'm not mistaken, itong si Cometa galing na rin to sa Sisafi.
UV.
Veterano na rin to eh.
From the Green Lancers. Kaya ganito na yung kumpiyansa niya. Agaw mula sa Red Lions. Amsali on the move. No good. Enot flying high for the board. And here's Cometa. Couldn't make it back-to-back. Sean Umali corralling the board.
Gusto ko tong Umali na to.
Laban.
Walang undersize. Laro.
Laro lang.
Hindi din naman sa NCAA.
Ganda yung banggaan nila dito ni
Coach Gilbert, 4 to dati.
Tama.
Sa Perps.
Yeah.
Joe Manalo, Chester Colombia, Gilbert Malabanan.
That was a strong lineup.
Kuya Rendell De La Rea.
Yan si Coach Gilbert Malabanan. Taking the reins. Sa LPU.
A lot of our the guys that were recognized in our opening ceremonies kanina played and coached.
Right.
Senator Freddie Webb played for Letran, coached in Letran. Kanina, Coach Chito played for Mapua, coached in Mapua. Coach Frankie Lim played in San Beda, coached in San Beda.
Well-deserved recognitions, by the way, for our legends earlier in the opening
mga
ceremonies.
basketball players
Hindi lang.
na ni-recognize natin.
Meron tayong swimmers from CSB, if I'm not mistaken.
A lot of
Coach Roger Gorayev was also recognized. Volleyball naman.
Kung may nananalo, dapat talaga kasama yun.
Yun, di ba? Legend coach in the volleyball scene. 10 seconds to shoot para sa LPU. Abadeza on top. Will challenge Andrada. Wala. Yukian with the board. And here comes San Beda. They will slow it down just a little bit.
Oh, good screen.
Hard screen provided by Andrada. He will be called for the offensive foul.
The thing is, his feet were still moving. Look at it on this angle. Ganda nung intention, but look at it right there. Yung small detail that the heel is still not planted and it's moving. It's an automatic offensive foul, but it was a good look. Reverse blur screen, sending the ball handler to the baseline for an open attack. Kaya lang, gumagalaw pa yung paa. That's an offensive foul. Illegal screen.
And he really erased Ato Barba in that sequence.
Ay, gusto ko screen. Sapul eh. Pero gumagalaw eh. If he was there maybe a half a second earlier, it would have been a legal screen.
Kung established na siya. Bravo! From the baseline, putback is good for Abadeza.
And somebody that I'm rooting for is Carlo Abadeza. This guy deserves this chance.
Former Arellano Brave.
If Will Gozon came back from his odyssey, ito rin may sariling adventure si Carlo Abadeza. And we're hoping that these guys having that second chance would make the most out of it.
That's right. Ito, nabibigyan sila ng playing time, lalong-lalo na kung Meta. Oh, good recovery coming from Larupay. Barba driving against Amsali. Lefty finish doesn't work. But that's another second chance opportunity for LPU converted. That's JM Bravo with the putback. We got a man down. And this is Cometa, Gabriel Cometa. Still down here. Unclear what happened.
So this
in
was
the
what
previous
happened.
play.
This is what happened. He attacked, challenged the defender, switched hands, inadvertent contact on the landing. Tumama sa forearm, nagkatamaan silang dalawa. Right there, look at it. Paglipat, good challenge, inadvertent contact. Siya pa yung kumapit, nabagsakan lang. Hindi sadya kasi it was on the challenge, yung contact pababa. Because you need to give space for the landing spot of the defender then.
Right.
So Martin, ngayon, alam mo na anong ginawa ko ng pandemic. Nag-aral ako ng rules sa mga referee seminars ng FIBA.
Yan.
Kasi klaro, dapat na-explain natin yan eh.
And it's ever-changing kasi constantly meron silang binabago,
yung
meron
zero
silang
step.
nire-revise, yung gather step. Yan. That was a big revision in the FIBA rules.
Nag-iiba yung galaw. Buti wala akong mga double step pa dito sa atin.
Last seconds here in the third. The Sunday boy, JP Gallego with a drive and a steal for Ino. San Beda. Gusto counted yon.
I think that would be a goaltend on that challenge. Sumabit yung kamay sa ring na hindi naman sadya. Trying to swipe it away dahil pwede yan under FIBA rules. If the ball is not on the board, it hits the ring and still sweeping around that cylinder. Pwede mong tapikin palabas. Yan ang role ni Gabe Norwood sa national team natin. for
Pag
the
nandun
longest
na,
time.
no?
Pag nandun na, yung tinatapik.
Tatapik na. But our officials, of course, headed by Compay Cristobal, reviewing the play here. Ito yung layup ni Ino. Tignan natin kung...
Goaltend. That's a clear goaltend.
Yeah.
Because you can't touch the ring, you can swipe the ball away.
And you saw the reaction on Coach Gilbert Malabano. Nangyari yun, talagang napahawak niya sa ulo niya. The frustration is there for LPU because they were trying to come back. Ito, nakakakonti-konti na sila. They were able to chip away some of the lead.
Pachicha-chicha
Yun,
na eh.
correct.
Onti-onti.
But now with this basket, if it counts, lead is gonna be back up to 14 going into the fourth. Meantime, let's check out the highlights while our officials are deciding on the final call. That was a three-pointer earlier by Enzo Navarro. Penuela umampag na rin para dito sa San Beda with that stop and pop. Here is Enoch Valdez. 17 points in the ball game for that young man. Vincent Cunanan with a reverse layup right there. And JV Gallego, I believe that was taken in the final 10 seconds of the third quarter to extend the lead for San Beda and to put out the fire started by LPU in the third frame.
So we're still waiting for the deliberation, but that's a clear goaltend. Because you can sweep the ball out of the cylinder, but you can't touch the cylinder itself.
Yeah.
That's the...
Ito, malinaw yung sinabitan
Oo.
eh.
Yun yung letter of the law when it comes to that FIBA rule.
So, basket interference ang tawag dito. The basket will count. That's 2 points for San Beda and Tony Inot. And the lead is back up to 14, 65 to 51. Pero may idadagdag sila sa ating game clock dito.
4/10 of a second.
4/10 of a second after the made basket. So a final heave in line for LPU before we go to our quarter break. 0.4 seconds. Inbound from Cunanan. And Inot with a spike.
Open.
Oo.
May open na time. Opposite na tayo.
May potential din to.
Pwede.
But the count is 65 to 51. Red Lions still in command as we go to our final 10 minutes of this game. Magbabalik po ang inyong NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Welcome you back to the coverage of your NCAA Season 97 opening day. Stronger Together, buo ang puso. You are catching all of the action live right now on GTV, online, gmanetwork.com, and on our YouTube channel as well. Andyan din po tayo worldwide on GMA Pinoy TV. Fourth quarter about to begin here in this matchup between The runner-up finishers of season 95, the San Beda Red Lions with a 14-point lead against the LPU Pirates. You guys are joined by Martin Javier alongside Coach Hammer. Martin, Antonio, we hope you guys are enjoying the two games. Or we hope you enjoyed the first game and now you're enjoying the second game of our first day offering as Valdez continues to pile up on the points, Coach Hammer.
Daisy 9. Right. 19 points for Enoch Valdez. So finally, breaking through. Breakout game. Yeah. At papaalala po namin, unang araw pa lang ng NCAA.
Ito, maganda ang simula sa kanyang collegiate career. Tony Inot with another triple across his name. Valdez kapos yung tres. Ito si Gallego snatching the board. JV out to extend the Red Lions lead. 15 is the count right now for San Beda. Cometa with the floater. That doesn't drop in. Larupay with the board. Here comes Cunanan. Cunanan, pinuntahan si Barba. Scoop, no hoop for John Barba.
Off foot. Take off si John Barba.
Kaya awkward yung naging lay-in niya doon. Cometa, mintes yung open tres. Andrada stripped away by Valdez. And that's gonna be a foul on Enoch Valdez.
Of course, Yuki Andrada, Mythical 5 member in the Red Cubs. A totally different player from his brother Yukian. My neighbors, there's two kids. I mean,
tatangkad na.
Oh, si Ian kasi more of a wing defender na 6'7". This guy, ito naman more of a screen and roll type of guy, can engage that offense. I was telling you kanina, off-wax na ito, magaling pumasa, can engage that offense. And nakikita natin may growing pains din, minamama din ni Enoch Valdez eh. I mean, kahit na anong galing mo, pagka mama yung kalaban mo, tapos pinipisikal ka, nag-iiba yung tempo eh. So, it gets a lot of getting used to.
Right. But eventually, of course, pag nakakuha na sila ng reps.
Pag makunat na sila. Pag makunat na sila.
Mac Guadagna with a nice move.
First basket of his NCAA career.
First two for Mac Guadagna, also a Mythical 5 member in the juniors ranks we mentioned earlier. Gallego, naaagaw ni Mac. Here comes Guadagna. He averaged 2 steals a game and he was with the Junior Pirates. Good pass. That was the 1-2. So Guadagna going to Cunanan for that lay-in.
And Cunanan having a good game, 6 points for him.
Very active guard for Coach Gilbert. Amsali overshooting it. Here's the rebound. Oh, the denial underneath by Larupay.
Ramdam mo yung gigil sa laro ni Ryan Amsali today, no? Na he wants to bust out.
Yon, something to prove. Etong si Ryan Amsali. Quinto, finally, on the third try.
And something that Jerwin Quinto really needs to work on is his finishing. His brother Bradwin, very consistent scorer when he was with San Sebastian. Ito, consistent defender naman. Itong si
Jerwin Quinto.
Jerwin.
And the lead is down to 10. For the San Beda Red Lions. Valdez pull up 3. Valdez knocks him down.
Grabe yung kumpiyansa na yun. Tinuturo ni Coach Gilbert. Swing sa kabilang side. Step in 3-pointer. Making that 3. Grabe.
22 points for Enoch Valdez in LPU's first game.
Piyansa. Nakita mo yun? Winave off
correct. That was a confident off coming from Valdez. Baba ang abante sa pito para sa San Beda.
It's always nice to see fresh faces starting out in the industry and accompanying them on their journey as they grow to be broadcast professionals. Let's get to know our two guests whose dreams have just come true as they are chosen to be part of the 13 NCAA courtside reporters for season 97. On Chatbox, here are Avia Zunic and Eden Hernandez.
Woo!
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, everyone.
How are you
I'm
doing?
good.
First off, we want to congratulate you for getting selected out of hundreds to audition
Yes.
for Courtside Reporters.
Thank you.
Feelings first, because you've been through a lot since that that confirmation, that announcement up to here. Dami niyo ng dumaan. Feelings about being Courtside Reporter for the NCAA. So yeah, let's start with Avia.
For me, this is also overwhelming. Talagang nakakapanibago, going to the studio, shooting, our workshop, and all that.
Trying to mount a comeback. And speaking of LPU, puntahan ulit natin si Sofia Rodela. Sofia?
Thank you, Martin. I know when we talk about LPU, Venus Valdez is definitely one of the most prominent players that we're thinking about. The Pangasinan race shooting guard is definitely one of the players that we're watching for today's game. Pero punta naman tayo sa plano ni Coach for the last quarter. Sabi ni Coach is very positive at very hardworking ang ating mga LPU Pirates today. Pero medyo difficult nga ba dahil bago nga ang pagpasok nila dito sa pandemic at different ang kanilang season. Kaya naman, para kay Coach Gilbert, different talaga ang vibe for this coming season. Back to you, Martin.
Maraming salamat, Sofia. You're right. This is a character building game for the LPU Pirates, Coach Hammer. And now they're trying to overcome adversity against one of the strongest teams in the league in San Beda. Pero ito na yung favorite part ni Coach Hammer.
Ay, yung paborito ko talaga.
Now, we'll...
unahan mo.
Sige, unahan mo. Meron tayong mga babatiin na online audience natin nanonood ngayon kasi available tayo sa YouTube. So, patiin natin si John Gabriel Cruz saying, "Go LPU Pirates." Kirsten Notado, welcome back NCAA daw. Maraming salamat. Daniel Encarnacion, let's go Barba. Fan ni Ato Barba. Si Jeremy Chelsea naman, go LPU Pirates. Viva Pirata. Ngayon naman puntahan natin ang si Lance Santiago na magre-report naman mula sa San Beda. Go ahead, Lance.
Salamat, Martin. Battles don't end with one win alone. Kabilaan ang tres na pinapaulan ng San Beda Red Lions kontra LPU Pirates. Score na 71-69. Back on track na nga ang mga bilista. Nang tanongin ko si Tony Inot kung anong mensahe niya para sa kanyang mga fans. Sinabi niya na we will not let you down at yan ang ginagawa nila. The pressure's on the fangs of the Red Lions. Ang tanong dito, paano nila isusustain ang momentum sa mga susunod na games nila? Back to you, Martin.
Maraming salamat, Lance. And again, that's the challenge now for San Beda. How they close the games. Because they have a lot of good players here. It's gonna be the closer.
Exactly yun. Ginamit mo yung tamang word yung closer.
Yan.
They had Evan Nelly, they had Calvin Oftana, they had Donald Tangwa, they had Clint Dominguez, and the only guy left on that closing lineup is James Cuecote.
For sure, he's gonna be the go-to guy late game for San Beda. And speaking of San Beda, ito, si Chucharap, Animo San Beda daw. Sabi naman ni Justin Prandas, go brother, Winston Inot. Yan, si Amir Zamora naman, Animo. Justin Prandas, go San Beda, nakasuporta rin kay Tony Inot. Tapos ang sabi naman ni Robin, ibalik ang Corona sa Mendiola.
Titindi yan. Ako, pwede na ako humirit. Ayan, mga alumni players. Junjun Bunsubre. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Kuya Junjun. Of course, Coach Chico Tirona, Francis Cruz, Raymond Magay, and Choco Weber. Ito, importante. Martin, ito, hindi mo ako pwede pigilan. To my mom who just had surgery. Mom, thankful tayo lahat. You're recovering now. And Marla, watching, enjoying the action.
Of course, nothing. That will soon be our mom. And thank you to all of our viewers, especially online, watching us right now. Comment lang po kayo. We'll try to read your comments.
Yung mga employees ng San Beda, sa IMC sila Kuya Joey, sila Kuya Danny.
Nakatutok din.
And si Coach Kurt at ang lawn tennis at table tennis teams.
Okay.
Boss Kurt, mga staff ng athletics office. And of course, we want to send a big shout out to the family of Coach Ato Badolato who we lost.
Yes.
Pandemic legend.
A legend. One of the best people in basketball. And again, a pioneer of that San Beda program that won many championships in the juniors.
Kaya nagkaroon ng trophy room sa San Beda.
Yun. Sa kanya, namin yung napalanunan. But we like the support, and again, that tells you how much they miss the NCAA.
Oo. At saka, alam mo Martin, when we do our coverages, kaya hindi ako nahihiya bumati because these people are the diehards that we're asking, kailan ba tayo maglalaro ulit? Kailan ba maglalaro ulit yung NCAA? They are invested. Right. So, we got to give credit where credit is due to the fans.
Exactly. Over 2 years in the making, we are finally back. NCAA Season 97. By the way, it will continue tomorrow with another set of games. So abangan niyo po yan. 75-64. In the meantime, that is our count. 4:49 remaining in the ball game. San Beda trying to hold off this LPU attack. Penuela double-teamed. Baguio driving baseline. Baguio! Wala yung layup niya, but there was a foul called in the process. Itatawag to kay Sean Umali. Siya na yung umaako ng foul.
So this will be the question amongst all the 10 teams. Who will be the closer for each team? Simple question, but on a shortened season, the number one consideration is your team in condition, and when push comes to shove in the dying minutes, everybody's tired. Who are you going to go to, yung inyong go-to guy, to get that ship back and get that championship?
For some teams, there are defined closers.
Klarong-klaro
But for others, yun pa yung hahanapin nila, and that's gonna be a part of their identity in the NCAA. 4:39 left. It is JB Baguio. Tubong Cebu at the free throw line right now. Again, a veteran big for Coach Boyet Fernandez.
Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. Yan sa Cebu.
Meron din ta.
Nakatanaw sa ating dula ngayong gabi.
Marami rin nanonood sa atin dyan.
Push! Sa may tumatalbog na bola.
Yan,
dyan.
Automatic. Ginto inside. Ginto converts.
6 points in the fourth quarter.
After being so quiet in the first three, it is Jerwin Ginto showing off his wares here in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Corner shot for Alfaro. Rims out. Yancy Remulla secures it 76-66.
Another good stop by LPU extending to the shooters. No clean look for San Beda.
Remulla driving. Nawala. Remulla kicks it out. Guatanya catch and shoot. Too strong. Rebounded by James Kwekute. And that was clear. He stepped on the line.
If those were size 11s, hindi siya
Yumabat.
stepping. 12. Mukhang 12. Mukhang size 12 si James pagka-landing niya.
Saka nangyari sa harap natin, sa nakita natin.
HD camera, di ka makakalusot.
Hard to miss.
Oo.
Navarro. Enzo, 7 seconds to shoot. Navarro forcing it to the corner. Remulla. Short for Remulla. Navarro will get another opportunity. Siya na yung pumukol. And making the three-pointer is Enzo Navarro.
Fourth try is the charm, Enzo Navarro. Fourth three-pointer, inching closer, down to single digits, 7 points. But San Beda not boxing out. A lot of opportunities wasted by San Beda to secure that rebound.
Here's James Kwekute. Umahabol na dito ang LPU. Baguio, fouled! Count that shot. Hold on.
Mukhang sinawsaw pa eh. Mukhang ibinaba pa yung bola. But a great recognition by Ralph Penuela on that post-up. Post-to-post pass. Mahirap yung step. So that was overruled. Counted. Yung tira ng JB Baguio. Credit assist to Ralph Penuela.
Penuela with the dime. And Ralph Baguio, or JB Baguio, with a 2+1. Crucial to. That will potentially extend it to 10 again. Lalo na, momentum is slowly shifting to LPU side. Baguio,
yun lang.
In and out. Lilinis yung labi ng ring.
1 out of 3 from the line, JB Baguio.
Unusual. Usually good free throw shooter. Yeah.
Good outside shooter.
That's right. Oh, great pass. Mac though couldn't handle it. So,
tingin na sa ring bago pa masalo yung bola. But a great backdoor. Kanina pa nirarun ni Coach Gilbert yung sets na yan against this 2-3 zone defense. Nakakuha sila ng dalawa in the first half of that backdoor.
78-69. 9 is still the lead. All good hustle here by Ginto. Baguio nakawala. Baguio, easy lay-in. And with that basket, lead is back up to 11, 80-69 for the San Beda Red Lions. May timeout po tayo dito. Magbabalik po ang inyong coverage ng NCAA Season 97.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Inside the St. Benil Gym here in the Salvine Hills as we take a look at our Season 97 events. Ito po yung mga magaganap na sporting events natin. Of course, we're already doing the men's basketball here, but afterwards, we will have women's volleyball. Live action din po yan. Virtual taekwondo, magpapatuloy po. Gayon din ang ating virtual chess. So abangan nyo po yan, lahat ng mga fans natin and athletes ng NCAA. These are the 4 sporting events lined up this season. Yancy Remulla, pumukol mula sa 3.
Off a timeout, getting a 3-point shot, but yun lang, giving up that foul and they're on penalty.
Masakit to para sa LPU. And it's also going to be on Yancy Remulla. Number 4 on him. 2:16 to go. So it is Penuela heading to the free throw line. The MVP pick of Coach Hammer.
Wala ka nang pipiliin. Nandun siya sa team na mamamaximize yung talent niya at inaantay din to ng San Beda community na mag-break out.
The Bacolod nun. Ayan, nagmula naman sa Washington College of Iloilo.
Ilonggo.
Ayan. Ralph Penuela going to the line here. Mintes yung pangalawa. So he splits his charities. And the lead is still 9. Navarro is double teamed. The swing to Guadagna. Ooh!
Second turnover. Off the catch.
Yeah. For Mac Guadagna.
Adjustments.
Yeah.
The first game jitters. Gotta give it to the rookie.
Last 2 minutes of the game between the Red Lions and the Pirates. So on the floor right now for Coach Boyet, you got Contapay, Kwekutey, Abuda, Baguio, and Penuela at the point.
Going back to his starters.
Yeah, ito na yung starters na ibinalik niya. So Penuela looking for the clear. Penuela will take on Remulla. 5 seconds to work with. Step back 3. No good. Abuda with the offensive board. A big one for San Beda. Penuela wala pa rin off the bank shot. Another attempt, this time by Baguio. And great defense inside for LPU. Here comes Valdez. Navarro back to Valdez. Valdez driving. Valdez kicking it out. Guadagna for 3. No. And Abuda securing the board for the Red Lions. Here's Penuela bringing it down. Kwekutey now. You expect him to take over in this juncture. They're going back to James. Kwekutey, ooh, running into Yancy. Turnover for Kwekutey. 61 seconds remaining in our ball game second offering. If you guys were not able to catch the game earlier, an exciting finish to that game. Letran with a win against CSB 67-63. Ito naman, medyo dikitan din tayo between LPU and San Beda. Great pass from Enzo going to Ginto, pero wala yung tira mula sa malapit. Navarro, ooh, good tap from Dami Contapay. And the bump from Enzo Navarro. And a whistle here. Matawagan ng foul si Enzo Navarro. So free throws coming up for Dami Contapay. Take a look at that again. 2 players hustling for the ball. Oh, kitang-kita yung tulak doon. Wala kay Enzo Navarro. Erasing the big guy in Contapay.
Good sell job.
Yeah.
by
Dami.
Kuntapay. Good effort by Dami Kuntapay.
At the free throw line looking
Kitang-kita naman doon sa jersey eh. Kitang-kita sa jersey na dumive. Kitang-kita sa jersey. And if you're a big guy, and you have a dirty jersey, that's what coaches love.
Exactly. Meron siyang ebidensya
sa
kanyang jersey.
Sumadsad lang.
He goes 1 out of 2 from the line. So lead is back up to 10 for San Beda. Finishing touches of this game when we return. Kaya magbabalik ang NCAA on GTV.
Kaya na ng palaki ang ating NCAA family. Kaya naman sa puntong ito, kilalanin natin ang dalawa pang bagong courtside reporters na napili para sa Season 97 dito sa Chatbox. Kasama natin si Lance Santiago at Aya De Quiroz.
Hey!
Hi!
Hey!
Hi!
Hey!
Taas ng energy.
Hello, Aya. Hello, Lance. And welcome to the NCAA family and GMA. Kamusta? Kamusta yung feelings natin? Let's go to Aya first kasi you are a returning courtside reporter sa NCAA. You spent the season here. If I'm not mistaken, that was season 94.
94.
94. So, how do you feel to be chosen again and to be back?
I'm extremely grateful that I'm back. I'm supposed to be a season or 2 seasons more knowledgeable, right? And it feels great to work with you again and with everybody else. So I'm very excited, but I know it's big shoes to fill, and I promise that I will be coming much more prepared this season.
Oh, it's a guarantee.
Grabe, may testimony.
It's an Aya guarantee. Okay.
Just 6 points off field goals.
Maganda yung punto mo dyan. That was the turning point for San Beda. They led it by as many as 18, if I'm not mistaken, at one point, and they never looked back. Alam mo naman ang San Beda, pag pinalamang mo yan ng ganyan kalaki, it's very hard to catch up to them.
And of course, coaching staff ng San Beda, hardworking, scouting, Jeric Estrada, team stats, Coach Joey, and Coach LA. Siyempre, paborito ko, Coach JB Season. Coach Jabes. Okay na si Mami. Goaltending.
So basketball count. A quick play of the timeout for LPU.
And a lot of people talaga watching. A lot of people. Even the coaches around the country, Coach Jude's Templo and the Templo family, scouting, doing the advanced stats.
Wow.
He loves doing the numbers, and we like bantering about it and seeing. Dahil itong NCAA is really high-paced game, ang daming possessions, and really nakakatuwa dahil ito na tayo ulit. Back to the ball game.
Lalo to. Maganda yung balikan natin dito. Ooh.
Pero yung palitan na gano'n ang ayaw natin.
That's JB Bayo against Valdez. Pagsak si Valdez.
That's what happened right there. Being pressured, sending a message, and setting a hard screen. No intention.
Yeah, no intention.
To hit, but the angle, etong si Enoch Valdez wanted to fight over the screen. Tumama sa bewang ni JB Bajo.
So a whistle against San Beda.
Inadvertent eh. Hindi naman hinabol kasi makikita mo kung hahabulin, kung may intent, iuumang yung bewang, gagalaw yung paa.
Coach Hammer, you like what you saw with the Red Lions today? Are they primed to have some redemption in season 97?
I would put that statement, I would edit it a bit. I love what I saw from all the teams so far. Lyceum, for one, is, despite one bad quarter, they're playing really tough. CSB surprised me with the way they executed Coach Charles Chu's game plan. Letran, looking like the reigning and defending champs. San Beda, a little more fine-tuning. Couldn't make shots, a lot of field goal attempts para sa kanila, but the defense is on point for San Beda. So the other 6 teams, aabangan pa natin yan the following days.
That's right. And that's what's scary about this Red Lions team. They weren't making a lot of their shots, but they're on their way to a convincing win.
Walang malas sa depensa. Walang malas sa depensa. Walang day off.
One day off. Sa depensa talaga.
Wala. Yun yung puhunan nila eh. And they were 18-0 for a reason. Mind you, yung 18-0 nila, they were the slowest team. Pinakamabagal despite having Evan Nelly,
That's a good
James
point.
Quecote and Calvin Oftana, thoroughbreds. Umi-sprint, hard sprint, mababa ang fast break points nila. You know how they won? They limited their opponents to 36.2% and they are one of the top 3 teams in rebounding.
It's good that you reminded me that because I think isa yun sa mga talking points natin pag pinag-uusapan natin as you take a look at the members of our management committee, si Dax Castellano and Father Glynn Ortega OAR.
They've been long hair ngayon.
Iba.
But gets Coach Rick Alianto also there.
Coach Rick, yeah.
Coach Dax, kausap ko kanina eh. Ay ko, congrats ha. Ay, day 1 pa lang, bata, huwag mong batiin.
Mancom chair, of course, Sir Dax Castellano.
And Coach Paul Supan is also in the building right there.
Long hair din.
No,
long hair din, uso. Rockstar look.
Sorry. That ship sailed
Hindi ka sumasabay.
A long time ago.
But it's great to see our management committee here well represented. Dito po sa ating venue in LaSalle, Green Hills. 82-76. It is James Quecote. Some last second play rather. Para dito sa San Beda Red Lions. So, free throws coming up for Ralph Penuela. By the way, he is the leading scorer. Tied with JB Bahio with 11 points. Looking to add to his total, but an impressive debut for Ralph in season 97.
Solid, but not spectacular. Started the first half with 4 turnovers. If you're playing lead guard for one of the story teams, you couldn't be turning the ball over that much. You're getting the range from Escobar, Hermida, Bolik, Amer. Those guys, they don't turn the ball over. You want to lead this team to a championship, you gotta take care of that basketball.
And that's something he will work on in the coming days.
Most definitely.
Navarro taking the 3. 3 seconds remaining. Ito, both teams still battling until the final second, until the final buzzer.
Dapat 30 months ka na pahinga eh.
Hanggang dulo, susulitin mo yan.
Sipin mo na lang yung mga volleyball player natin in the upcoming women's volleyball. Diba?
Excited na rin
yan.
yan.
Sino challenge sa Arellano? Dami rin graduate sa Arellano. Dami graduate na nag-move on to the pro leagues.
Well, CSB has always been a contender.
Consistent.
Magandang
They're
programa.
able to recruit. Diba?
And of course, the program of Perpetual as well.
Both men's and women's volleyball. Consistent.
So, tignan natin. Yun, women's volleyball coming up after our men's basketball tournament. Bahio adding to the points of San Beda. But that will be it. It is an opening day win for the San Beda Red Lions here in NCAA Season 97, beating the LPU Pirates here 84-76. That is our final count, final tally in our second offering, and final one of the day as well. So, titignan natin po kung sino yung ating napiling best player of the game. But the San Beda Red Lions, Coach Hammer, very impressive today. At ito ang iyong napili.
First, JB Bahio providing the numbers in the fourth quarter. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and an assist for JB Bahio. Really a guy that needs to step up, especially with a lot of playing time in front of him. And he needs to produce for this team to be still contenders in this tournament.
Bahio with 12 points and 8 rebounds to lead the way for San Beda. They get the win, 84-76. And on that note, we would like to thank you for catching all of the action on behalf of the entire team. Our courtside reporters, San Santiago and Sofia Rodelas. My partner, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. This is Martin Javier saying thank you, good night, and see you tomorrow for the NCAA Season 97. Stronger Together. Buo ang puso!